Hello, everybody. It's that college football guy here with another video. Well, time for another scheduled preview, and it's going to be Minnesota this time. Those who haven't been watching any of these, and basically it's been almost the same ones. Been watching it all the time, but I always do the same intro. Everybody, this isn't a prediction video. This is just a schedule preview. What does it mean? Well, basically, we're going to go through the schedule, last year's and this year's. We're going to look at the non-conference games first from last year, and then the non-conference games from this year. Which one was tougher, last year or this year? Then we're going to go through the full schedule of last year's games with scores, and then this year's games, and we'll see which is tougher, last year or this year. Usually try to find the 5 key games from both schedule, what your key games at home or on the road, just go that way. And some games, we'll get into some of it, like with some of these Big Ten schools, like Minnesota, like if you're playing Ohio State, Michigan, you pretty much don't have a shot at winning those games. So those are kind of sorry. But they can pull the upset. You never know anymore in college football. But anyway, let's get to it right off the bat. Non-conference games comparison. Last season, this is a 9-game conference schedule for the Big Ten, so 3 non-cons. Last season, all 3 non-conference games at home. Home against New Mexico State, home against Western Illinois, and home against Colorado. 1 Power 5, 1 Group of 5, 1 FCS. All right. This year's non-conference schedule is going to be home against Eastern Michigan, right here, at North Carolina, and home against Louisiana. 1 Power 5, 2 Group of 5, and you got one of those games on the road. Yeah. Non-conference for this year is tougher for Minnesota. Now, the overall schedule for last year, they started off at home. Actually had a good start. They won their first four games. Home against New Mexico State, won 38-0. Home against Western Illinois, won 62-0. That's not bad. 100 points in your first 2 games. They didn't give up any. Home against Colorado, won 49-7. At Michigan State, won 34-7. That was big. Home against Purdue, lost 20-10. Then they had their bye week. This is where kind of they start getting a little bit 500-ish. At Illinois, lost 26-14. At Penn State, lost 45-17. No surprise there. Home against Rutgers, won 31-0. Solid win. At Nebraska, won 20-13. Home against Northwestern, won 31-3. Home against Iowa, lost 13-10. And then finished the season at Wisconsin, where they won 23-16. They played in the Pinstripe Bowl against Syracuse and won 28-20. So they finished the season 8-5 last year. Now this year, they start the season. Last year was against New Mexico State. This year it's a conference game against Nebraska at home. Home against Eastern Michigan. At North Carolina. At Northwestern. Home against Louisiana. Home against Michigan. Bye week. At Iowa. Home against Michigan State. Home against Illinois. At Purdue. At Ohio State. And home against Wisconsin. This season's tougher. This is top to bottom. This is going to be a tough. They went 8-5 last year. Look at this. I mean, the key 5 games from last year, you look at it. Like, Wisconsin didn't play good, but I look at this one. Iowa, Illinois, Penn State, Michigan State, Purdue. That's their 5 key games. They didn't play Penn State this year, obviously. They're going to be playing other ones. But of those 5 games, I'm pulling it up here real fast. Well. Yikes. They went 1-4 in those 5 games. And of those 5 games, 2 of them were at home. The win they had was actually on the road at Michigan State. This season, 5 key games. If you look at common opponents, they play all the time. I wouldn't call Northwestern a key cog in Minnesota scheduling. I'm looking it down here. I mean, Wisconsin's an opponent. Wisconsin this year could be good. I mean, look at this year. Start the season home against Nebraska. You're at Nebraska and you won by touchdowns. You start the season at home. Eastern Michigan, at North Carolina. Drake may be back and staying in the fact that he wants to make a serious case for the Heisman with everybody else being gone. Sheesh. And then you're at Northwestern, you should win that game. Like I said, this isn't a scheduled prediction, but that should be a win. Home against Louisiana, no Sunset Billy anymore. Billy Napier's gone. But see how they're doing. And then you're home against Michigan. That's an L. Bye week. At Iowa, you were at home and lost to them last year 13-10. Now you got to face them on the road. You won at Michigan State last year, blew them out. Now you got them at home. So that's a good chance for a win there. You played Illinois last year on the road and lost by almost 2 touchdowns. Now you got them at home. You played Purdue, where we're at here, at home last year and lost at home previous last year and lost. Now you got to face them at home. You lost to Purdue at home last year. Now you got to face them on the road. My apologies. You've got to face Ohio State. That's an L. You faced Wisconsin last year and won 23-16 on the road. But this is going to be the end of the year. This is going to be good. That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a really good game. Minnesota, Wisconsin, the end of the year. And they got them at home. So, key games, Ohio State, Purdue, Illinois, Iowa, Michigan. Well, they have 2 of the games at home again. Michigan and Illinois. Everybody else is on the road. But yeah, I look at the schedule, and non-conference is definitely tougher because you're playing North Carolina and you're playing North Carolina on the road versus Colorado, who last year was, we know, a dumpster fire. It's the reason why they got Coach Prime Deion Sanders to be the new head coach. You swap out Penn State and Rutgers for Michigan and Ohio State. Penn State for Ohio State, okay. Rutgers for Michigan, that's like the complete opposite ends of the spectrum here. Oy, yikes. So, yeah, needless to say, this year's a tougher schedule, but why don't you let me know down in the comments, what do you think? Let me know what you think in the comments. Is last year's schedule tougher, the non-conference or this year's non-conference schedule, which is tougher, and the entire schedule, last year's or this year's, which is tougher? So, thanks everybody for watching the video. We just finished eating dinner here and getting ready to get a couple videos here. I'm going to make another one right after this one and hopefully get that uploaded. So I get a couple of days. I got to make things up because NFL drafts next weekend, and we start that draft little thing I planned on doing, which is going to be fun. I'm kind of curious to see who's going to win the Power 5, who's going to be what team with the most points for the Power 5 for the draft and for FCS, and then a top 25 overall maybe. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. We'll get a little more closer to it. We'll do it. But thanks everybody for watching the video. If you're going to comment on the video, if you haven't done already, please smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm, helps the video be seen by more people. And if you like the video, hey, subscribe to the channel. On the way to 500 subscribers, slowly but surely working our way to 500 subscribers. On the way to 400 subscribers. I wish it was 500. Slowly on our way to 400 subscribers. On our way slowly to 1K. So thanks everybody for watching the video. Hope everybody's having a great evening. Be safe out there, and please be good to each other.